So, welcome back to another Shine Your Light bonus episode. And today I'm very, very excited to share this amazing young couple with you. The BenAnna Band is a children's band that focuses on inclusion and music for all ages, abilities, and identities. Both members, Ben and Anna, work in the fields of early childhood education and music therapy. So, their music as the BenAnna Band reflects their experience and passion for learning, fun, and growth, adding a hearty dash of good old fashioned silliness while being auditory and sensory aware of their audience's needs. BenAnna Band was created in September 2019 and has evolved through the past 2 years to continue to provide musical resources for kiddos, families, teachers, and therapists around the nation that promote self-love, acceptance, and silliness while addressing developmental and academic skills and goal areas. BenAnna Band is on all music streaming platforms for their original music, including their most recent release, Sounds of the Seasons. Welcome, Ben and Anna. Thank you so, so much for coming on with me today.
Oh, our pleasure, Denise.
Thank you for having us. We've been looking forward to this for a very long while.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things, and I've shared this openly on the show, is that I think music is one of the greatest healers that we have available on the planet. And it revives memories, it holds heart. Years and years ago, I taught at a preschool, and it was half identified children and half not. And I took a music therapy workshop. It wasn't like it was a graduate level workshop, and just the difference in the learning style. So could you, first of all, share how BenAnna Band came together, and then we'll dive a little deeper into some of the fun parts, more fun parts.
Sure. Yeah. So Ben and I met in college. We were studying music therapy together, and post-college we started a relationship, and we were working in separate facilities doing the same thing. So I would be working in a preschool setting, and he would be working in like mommy and me, baby and me classes and early other childhood education centers. So we'd be constantly sharing resources of what we were doing with each other. Like I had some very specific themes in the preschool I worked with, so we would create a few songs that would be easier to do during music together. We're together meaning Ben mostly created the song, and then I was able to use it in the school setting.
We definitely set an early pace for a creative relationship,
Yes.
though, being like Anna being like, we need this, and this. Let's put this together. We're like, okay, well, does the la-di-da-di-da work? And she would come and be like, yeah, that's great. Now let's put it bank, 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 and that would be the.
That's exactly how our conversations go. The bank, 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 and the la-di-da-di-da.
I'm not sure. There is a video aspect to this for sure. No. But for sure, and also, so sorry to piggyback real quick, but also when we were both working at these different facilities, it was just like ships in the night as far as our time together went, and so a lot of this time that we were spending, creating resources together, adapting resources, or just brainstorming music together would be our time together. And it was as stressful as that was to have that schedule. It was also nice to spend that time not just vegging out, not just falling asleep on each other, but also fostering each other creatively. And so that kind of turned into well, please, I interrupted.
No, it's our story. You're more than welcome to tell it. It's after a few years of living on Long Island together with some extra roommates, Ben had this birthday party opportunity, and he was like, why don't you come and sing with me for it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And that was our first BenAnna Band gig. We got matching banana themed outfits, not like costumes, like prints. I ran to Staples the day of to get business cards because this idea happened, and then it was rushing, being like, yeah, I think we should do this all the time. Let's try this. Let's try to do this together. And so that's how BenAnna Band created. And that was September of 2019. So really close to the world changing, which shifted both our personal careers of doing BenAnna Band was the side gig, and now 2 years later it's the full-time gig. And so there was a lot of shifts in our careers during this time. There's a lot of shift in our location. We moved. A lot of shift in our personal lives. There was big movements of us together, and also growing together as BenAnna, growing together as Ben and Anna. And yeah, BenAnna Band is not what I thought it was going to be, and I love it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the fact that we started like so that we officialed that we made BenAnna Band official so close to the pandemic meant that we were still figuring out what it could be, as Anna said, and we sort of coined the phrase like as soon as we started releasing more stuff virtually and figuring out things to do with like our website and our membership and recording music and like really trying to get once we all went topsy-turvy, it was we realized that BenAnna could go topsy-turvy, and then we sort of coined the phrase, there's no ceilings on this, we it can be whatever we want it to be. And then I think that for me that's when BenAnna Band really exploded.
Yeah, it got very, very exciting realizing that there was no box and we could create anything that we wanted, and we still can. Like, we have a very established brand of banana themed objects and we're very genuine, silly, energetic people, and so we bring that to our classes and performances and live music and pre-recorded music, and so we have that very strong foundation of who we are and what we are as a business, as a band, as we're not public figures. It's not like we're famous, but it's a matter of like we're constantly in the public's eye because of that.
What I love, though, is that the whole premise of your work is to empower little people. And these little people right now are needing this. They're needing this light. They're needing this joy. They're needing to be seen. And the work you're doing isn't about abilities or choices or any of those things. It's when people say inclusivity, you're actually doing it. And I think that that's the difference. A lot of people use that label, but they don't actually embrace the opportunity for everyone to be involved. And I've been blessed to see some of your events online, and I know your situation. So I think that the joy and the energy that you're bringing, but also helping with this shift the world's going through by bringing that upbeat of energy. And so maybe share a little bit about I know that you do live events, you do online programs, you have a membership, you have all of that, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But what is your goal as a band for what you want people to gain from the work you're doing?
Thank you.
First of all, thank you so much, Denise.
You're
wow,
welcome.
That was the energy we needed for the week, for the month, for the year. But yeah, as far as the goal and mission statement goes, I mean, you really hit it on the head with self-empowerment. We want, whether it's a live experience, whether it's a pre-recorded experience, or just listening to our studio music, we want folks to, while within the experience and leaving the experience, feel how, sorry to be a little corny, but how special they are, and what they can bring to the musical space themselves in their own authenticity, and like using that authenticity, taking it out into the world to, and again, to be a little corny, just to shine the light that they were given to provide. Right. And that looks different in every different experience we have, right? So like, if we have a class with a lot of different, we brought up abilities, a lot of different developmental levels, a lot of different going on, both typically and like atypically within our classes. We try to highlight as much as we can within the moment. If somebody is, let's say, vision impaired, and we're describing what's going on, but also they are bringing their own, let's say, even just like a dance move or a vocalization or anything small really does add to the music and add to the experience and make it not only significant for them or for us as this interpersonal thing, but also for everybody in attendance, and it really becomes this community experience, and that's our goal, is what we're aiming for.
And I think you hit it on like the nail on the head. Like, we are child-centered like work. We as BenAnna are constantly like encouraging and allowing our students and our audience members to be the leader. We always have opportunity for interaction, be it calling out different dance moves or encouraging our audience to participate in the lyric creation of, like, if we're singing, like, we're getting into the summertime, so we're going to be doing a lot of more like ocean themed activities. And before we have the song that we're going to use, but we'll ask whoever's there what animals they see in the ocean. And so we're taking their ideas and putting it into immediate action. And the self-esteem and that confidence and the little light of being seen is the goal for BenAnna. And it's like corny and canned and
No.
like,
See, I don't think it's corny at all. I think that you're embracing and encouraging that childhood wonder. You're embracing, you're stepping away from everything being on a screen and technology, and you're integrating all those modalities of movement and sound and touch and everything, which we've kind of lost along the way. And you're bringing that back. But it's also, everybody that listens knows my background as a special ed teacher, and my whole motto for all those years was empower, don't enable. And when you gift someone the ability to take part in a group situation in their own way, without any regard whatsoever to what their physical abilities or restraints might be, or their cognitive ability, you've gifted them with a sense of freedom and belonging that carries through to other activities in their life. And your songs are very uplifting and empowering, but they're also, as you mentioned in your bio, they're silly, they're fun, they're creative, and it's fun for the adults involved as well as the children, because they're able to tap into that wonder that only little tiny people have. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
That's like what we especially have been talking about for the past like 6 months with us creating so much more original music is we are creating music that we wish we had as kids. And we're definitely taking on our own experience and our own childhood and putting it into our music. And it is so validating to our inner children. And it just like makes the experience like even more fun and creative, and I don't know, it's just like a fire. I am obsessed with BenAnna, and it feels so silly to be so in love with something that you create. It feels, because like you're taught that that's selfish or whatever, but it's just, I feel so heart connected to what we're doing, and we can see it. We see the difference.
What you emanate out is that this is service work. This is how can we be of service to help. This isn't about, God love you, you're both amazing and wonderful, but it isn't about you. It's about what you've given birth to and brought into the world. And I think that that's the key, is how can we help each other step up and do something that raises the vibration, which I talk about a lot. But it's interesting too, because I think that we need music to bring us together as community. And the fact that you're young, you're young, you're in your 20s, and you have a connection with this younger group that's coming onto the planet, and you can meet their needs and where their lives are leading in a way that other generations can't, which I think is another part of the magic that you're bringing. So you're going on tour, and I'd love to have you talk about that in a minute. But what would you really like to have? So my whole thing is, and I've talked about this with Samantha and on the show at the very beginning, is I think it's important that there's someone's going to hear this, and either they have a child that will hear your music and be impacted in it, or they have a dream that they'd like to follow through, and they're saying, I can't, I won't, how could I? And you two are the extreme example of, we just have to give this a shot and see what happens. So that whole, and I just got willies when I said that. So I just got willies when you said that. What would you like? What would your big heart open for this be for BenAnna? What would you like to see happen with this?
Oh, geez, that's something for me. We haven't even talked about this recently, which I'm excited to have this have this dialogue between us live. When we started, our whole thing was we wanted to get recorded music out there. We wanted to provide resources for classrooms, librarians, caretakers,
to make it
therapists,
easier,
parents.
especially during the pandemic. Just
Absolutely.
something to make it easier.
100%, just something to make it easier. And that was even like pre-pandemic. That was just the idea. It was just getting recorded music out there, providing classes when we could, but just like wanting to get a CD out to libraries and all the facilities that we could. But now, and actually, sorry, this kind of ties back to we were talking about before your experience as a special education teacher, and like we were talking about our childhoods and trying to bring that into light. We've been doing these trainings, giving presentations to one specific facility in South Carolina, but we've been doing
Richland First Steps, we love you.
Woo, shout out! amazing community of caretakers and teachers, incredible folks down there. And we, in doing those presentations for a couple of years, we have really been trying to hit like hammer the point home that all of this stuff, as everybody brings their own individual energy and flavor to the table, but at the same time, as caretakers, as empaths, as empathetic people and as compassionate people, everybody has the juice. Everybody who's working in this field and is meant to be working in this field has the goods to take it from good to greater, from great to greatest. And so that's been a big evolution for me, is being like, oh, not only is it like we want to provide, here's the BenAnna Band stamp and here's this product that you can use. It's more so we just want to help everybody see that they, again, like with your experience as a special education teacher, it's all about meeting somebody where they're at. It's all about going from it's finding a commonality and working from there, right? And that's a big principle behind music therapy and yada, yada, yada. But also that, for me, has turned into a big, where I, see this going, as far as not just, I want to be touring forever. I mean, God, we're a couple years into it now, barely a couple years into it, and it's so much fun. Just getting like speaking selfishly, getting to travel, meet other people, gain perspective, go to new facilities, and I want to be recording forever. I want to be putting out like all of that behind the business, like nitty gritty, is awesome and fun. But for me, where I see this going is I just want to have a platform where somebody can like leave whatever it is, a dialogue, a musical experience, whatever, and realize, wow, as you were saying, if they have a dream, I can do this, whether it's a student or a professional. So that's
love that.
I love all of that. And it's and like going back to what you said, Denise, this was a huge leap of faith, especially for me. I went virtual with my special needs preschool from March to August of 2020. I was doing 7 to 9 30-minute Zoom sessions a day in order to keep up doing music for all my students and doing extra group activities virtually. Also creating like a YouTube channel for this school. And in August, they furloughed me with less than 2 weeks notice. And it was such a knife in the heart moment. And it was now looking back, it was very much like one door closes to like open many windows. Because if it wasn't for that situation, I would not be doing BenAnna Band full time. And because now that I was able to start BenAnna Band full time, and then last year Ben came on full time too, it has just opened up the door for us in all aspects of our life. Because like we were saying pre-pandemic, like we were really like ships in the night. Like we didn't have a lot of time together to spend together, and we were still young in our relationship then, after doing long distance for a while.
Absolutely.
And so now living together, working together, and being in charge of our own work schedule has really opened up our time to be creative, not just in the business, but also with our relationship. We have like a summer bucket list that has nothing to do with BenAnna. We have all this time and opportunity to really focus on what we need and what we want to do as us and also as BenAnna Band, which has been a balancing act for me because I am a workaholic. I like to work. And especially loving BenAnna Band as much as I do, I can work from dawn to dusk. I definitely do get burnt out when we have a lot of different projects going on at once, but it's such heart-centered work. I just keep going because I like it.
It's so cool that Spirit had you in that, well, my perspective, Spirit had you in the situation to be on, okay, you're going to teach online, you're going to develop these programs online. It was almost like you were doing on-the-job training for BenAnna Band. Like they knew, you know, the omnipotent they knew before it was even a seed in your little bean cup that you were going to do this. And they've been putting out the Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs for you. Step here, step here, step here, which is fantastic. So I know you have an amazing, amazing website, which I know that Anna, you work your magic with Anna. That. Yes, yes. All hail the queen on that one. So tell us about your upcoming tour. I think that's very exciting because some people listening may be in the States you're going to visit.
Yeah, we're really, really excited. We started our business on Long Island, so we have a huge amount of connections on Long Island already, which is really phenomenal. But our summer tour is going to be in Arkansas, New York, Vermont, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, which is insane. Started, 2 weeks ago was our first performance of our tour.
Of our summer tour. We had our little mini spring tour before that.
Yeah. Our tour is entitled Summertime Sunshine Sing Along Tour, which we're a big alliteration folks
big alliteration,
here.
We like something that gets caught in the mouth, you know.
A little bit of a tongue twister. But we're going to be traveling and working with libraries and summer camps and special needs facilities and children's museums and other child enrichment centers from June to September. And we're going to be back at the Rochester Fringe Festival, which we're really, really excited for. It's this big entertainment festival that started in Scotland and now has moved over to many other countries, including the States, where it's just 2 weeks jam-packed of very eccentric and silly and fun performances. And we're honored that we get to work in that scope again because it's a big name and it's really cool to work a music festival. So it's really cool.
And especially from the kids' perspective of that. Because absolutely.
What can people find on your website? Where would they find you? How could they contact you?
Fantastic question.
I would love to tell you.
On our website, that's BenAnnaBand.com, spelled like the names BenAnna.com.
With the band in between there.
Oh, excuse me. Yep, with the band in between there.
Our website has all performances listed. You can have our contact information there. It's a very easy way to find our music, find our YouTube, find our social media sites. But we also do have our membership library on our website too, which is really fun. We have a music membership. We call it the Banana Bunch. And it's a group of teachers, caretakers, adults. We have some adults participating in our Banana Bunch, which is really exciting, and libraries that we provide live virtual classes for them, and then they get access to our music library archive, which has over 100 videos in there that they can use at home during sessions, during class. And so that's our website. It's very fun. I honestly need to update it soon, so that's good that we're talking about it. I'll keep it at the front of my brain.
So with your membership, would a parent be able to, if they had a child who would benefit? And what I love is this isn't just for students identified or non-identified. This is just for kids. This is for people. This is for fun and joy. And what I love with your work is that it really accentuates developmental levels. Exactly what Ben said. It doesn't matter where you are at that level. You can step right in at where it fits for you. You may be at the beginning, you may be at the end, but you can acclimate to where you're still going to get the benefit of this beautiful experience in music.
Yeah.
So anyone can join the membership and have access to all this information?
Yes, our membership's only opens for new members twice a year, just because it's a lot to onboard everyone. And so the next time it's opening for new members, it will be in November. but we also have, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. We also have a free email list where we send out a new resource every month.
Our Music Moment of the Month Club.
Yeah, so we, again, without alliteration. And so we love providing free resources, and then we really appreciate when people want to join our membership as well. There's a little bit more of an equal exchange of energy and resources with each other because of that too. And we're incredibly grateful, and we just really like making music. And thank you again for recognizing the developmental significance and importance of our music. But at the end of the day, like, our main goal is to make it engaging and interactive and fun, not only for kids, but also monotonous. Is that the word?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not monotonous?
Yes, not that for parents, because there's only so long you can hear like Baby Shark for.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And that was actually Anna's big, I mean, and Denise, you know this personally, I'm a big fan of, my heart kind of lives in, like, you know, from like 58 to 77 as far as tunes go. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of our set, we were teaching a lot of early childhood, sorry, a hard pivot here. We were teaching a lot of early childhood classes before we started BenAnna, as Anna said before, and I really loved bringing, you know, like, Blitzkrieg Bop, catchy number that would make the caretakers be like, oh, wait, I know this, like, and that's something that Anna was like, oh, no, we need to bring that into the set. And then so that became now the structure of our class goes, that's another part of our BenAnna Bunch is the membership is they get a huge discounted rate for 4 times monthly classes. We provide 4 virtual classes.
Wow.
And so we a big part of the structure is that we always try to start on what we call a popper, a throwback tune. So and we're discussing this in June right now, and this is and it's Pride Month, so we're having a field day. We're playing Elton John, Sister Sled, all the fun stuff. But very cool. We're big into that engaging side of things.
Yeah.
And try to, even if it's not an original tune, we try to adapt it for a therapeutically and educationally beneficial musical experience.
Yeah, like specifically for this month, we've done like Crocodile Rock by Elton John, and we do a rhythm to the word crocodile. So we go crocodile, or yeah, that's it. Crocodile, crocodile, which is fun and engaging, and we're getting that movement aspect of it, but it's also music is a fantastic kinesthetic way to approach language. Speaking rhythmically amplifies the ability of that word and in the child's brain to be broken up into smaller sections, which is early childhood literacy and so on and so forth. And so yeah, we have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of fun playing with these very social themes of, we let all of our parents and teachers let them know that we are going to be discussing Pride Month and who started Pride and how it started, and maybe we have talked about different rainbow flags, and we talk about pronouns. This Thursday we're going to be talking about gender expression. We have a drag queen book that we really love, and so we definitely have hot topics sometimes.
Which we always try to broach with respect to the families.
Yeah. Right, but it's also appropriate for the times and the children and the families, because the way that again, it comes back to what I said earlier, true inclusivity. This isn't about being judgmental or afraid or worried or concerned. It's just, this person does it this way, this person does it that way. They're still a human being. And that's the beauty of this. That's the incredible beauty of this. So thank you both so very much for doing this with me. You're incredible. Your work is fantastic. If you would like to connect with Ben and Anna, the BenAnna Band, you can find them at benannaband.com. And if you look for their tour dates, meet them in person. They're incredibly kind and lovely people. And for the rest of you, thank you so much for listening. And remember, you have something to share that's all yours, and it's going to help. Take care.